Alright, NCIS podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, no, we're a Breaking Bad podcast, damn it.
Is NCIS the one with the goth girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, hey.
Remember when the peak of that show was when that lady got shot in the head? Hey!
Spoilers. Hey everybody, we're back here with World War II. I'm here with Rule.
I've said what I needed to say.
Okay. Tyler.
Hi.
And Jordan.
I'll stop breaking HIPAA.
And Devin may be in here in a bit, but for now we're just gonna go ahead and start. So,
I never broke HIPAA. That was a joke. Legalese. Blah blah.
Okay. Let's see here. Last time we left off, you guys were taking a sip of water, and also you teamed up with some U.S. Army Rangers here to ambush this German caravan, and you got in a big old fight, killing all these Germans, and then after a while, the Germans release these big, muscly looking guys over here that I've X'd out. Is it fill in the details if anyone remembers stuff. Tyler, you weren't here at the end, so you didn't know that this is what they fought at the end.
The Zambos?
They're not Zambos. They're not Crombies. They're just huge dudes who just had an urge to kill. I think they're called brutes at the moment.
Yeah.
And you killed 2 of them, and you captured one of them alive, because that was your mission, is to bring back one alive. And then at the end, last time we left off, the Rangers went to the other truck because these brutes only came out of the first truck to see what inside, and you found a truck full of civilians, and you tried to talk to them, reassure them, and they said some stuff about magic or whatever, and that's where we left off. So I think we left off everyone loading up and going back to base.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you got anything else to say here, I can go ahead and change the scene.
Let's go back to base.
All right.
Yeah, let's go back to base.
Okay.
Sorry, excuse me.
So let's see here. Let me move you guys over to the next map. There we go.
Oh, god damn it.
This map needs some lotion.
This map wasn't meant to be zoomed
Now I'm grossed out, honestly.
Sure, now you're grossed out. Whatever.
This map was not meant to be zoomed in this much, but I didn't need it that big, so.
Now I can't see it as anything but that, and now I'm slightly grossed out.
Everybody could use some lotion. It's fall.
That's true.
Ugh.
All right.
So.
It doesn't even look like skin cells if you go into a microscope. Keep on going. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys go back to base, and Colonel Mankiller is there to greet you. And he sees you guys drive in with the trucks that you commandeered, and so so he steps up and he says looks like you're all back in one piece.
We're back in one piece. We got one other guy back in one piece, though. We wish we could have got more, but he's enough.
Like I said, we don't need to be greedy, and I know how dangerous those things are. I personally I prefer if you killed them all, but the egghead's got to do the research. And again, I guess there's a scene somewhere the brute, which was chained down and covered in the tarp, and so they just put on the back of a jeep somewhere. But maybe it's starting to regain consciousness, and it's thrashing a bit, and it's scaring the Rangers who are handling it. So they beat it with the butts of their rifles to calm it down again. Like, but and so Mankiller is like, but we should be able to handle it. You know, it's only one. Like, it's not a whole squad of those things.
It's the size of a squad, though.
Yeah.
The motion of the ocean.
Yeah.
I roll my eyes.
It looks like it, but it looks. It's gross, but
Damn it.
but it looks
Uh-huh.
like you also picked up some other cargo.
That's not nice. They're people.
What other cargo?
I'm sorry. I just
Look, man. Why are we fighting this war?
Yeah, we found some. We don't know what they were gonna do with. We got some people in one of the cars. We brought them with us because we couldn't just leave them out there.
Did they say anything?
Something about magic. Wasn't super clear.
And like when
Listen-
you say that, like, you know, the Chrome Man Killer is just like, huh. Well, I guess we're gonna have to look into that. But, anyway, but all points being, this was a successful mission and then some. So very proud of you all.
Thank you, sir.
Um,
Thank you, man, killer.
Yeah, alright, thank you.
You're all welcome. So I guess, like, I don't know, I'll say like a little bit of time passes. So like this doesn't seem immediate. When did I write? What day? Okay, I'll say like a day maybe passes. So it gives you guys time to rest and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you know, sometimes early on, I guess, in like the following day, which is March 25th. Like, Colonel Mankiller comes, like, you know, again, like, kind of does the same thing he did like last time. He's like, rise and shine, get out of your tent, blah blah blah. Or like maybe it doesn't even happen like at the beginning of the morning. Maybe it's like in the middle of the day where you guys are just doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he does, like, gather you all up. It's like, and says like, there's, hey, I need you all to meet with me right now. This is urgent.
I immediately get up there, and then I give my soldiers the death stare to get their ass up.
I mean,
Hold
I
on.
guess I
Wait,
follow.
I'm gonna take a step. Are we your soldiers? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, technically, Tyler, you outrank him.
Oh yeah, he does. Never mind. I'll shut up.
Miguel's in the
That already happened. I took that.
I'm your boss. No, I'm your boss.
No, that's not even the thing I have.
Jordan does have the experience.
I don't
but,
enjoy this other person telling me what to do at all.
Miguel's
So
in the background.
now
It's
I'm
like,
definitely not.
You don't enjoy who?
No, I don't like this other gentleman telling me what to do in that way at all. So now I'm definitely not moving.
Like, is it you don't like Sophion being the one to, like, hey, everybody get up?
Not that way. If he was like, "Hey, let's get moving," sure. But
Okay.
like, if you're gonna give me a death glare to tell me
Okay.
what
So
to
I guess,
do,
like, Mankiller, like, approaches you and is like, okay, he's like, I figured you'd have some tact, Sergeant. Let's see, what was your rank again? It was okay, ensign.
What rank is Tyler? What's your rank?
Ensign. So like that's like that's like a bottom lieutenant, but like, you know, like in some like branches or whatever. But also, like, you know, it's ensign, and I won't get into like the sexist part of it, but like, you know, basically
Right.
she is an officer. But like,
Okay.
basically, like, apologies on his behalf, Ensign Jackson. Like, would you please gather for this update?
I'd be more than happy to. And then I follow on how, and then give him also a death glare.
I deserve that. I'm sorry I broke canon of this game.
Oh no! To be clear, it had nothing to do with ranking.
Okay.
You could have, in fact, been the ranking officer. The same thing would have happened.
Just be
Alright.
nice. Be nice, y'all.
I'm just like following behind her with like a bag of potato chips or like potato skins or something. Just like quietly munching, like ooh.
Get your sunflower seeds out, boys.
It's eating beans straight out of a can.
Gross.
Absolutely not. No, that's not what I said.
That's not what I wanted. Okay.
We're at war. We're not starving.
And Remy follows you too, because that's what he does. He's here. Anyway,
Why isn't Remy cooking up something?
he's busy.
All right.
Feeding apples to his umbrella?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
rolling pin.
Keep going, Zach. I
Rolling
didn't
pin.
Anyway,
mean to get us some Remy.
okay, so you guys gather in like in Manco's tent or whatever, and he says like, so got an urgent message not too long ago coming from Colonel how do I pronounce his name? Evans. Yeah. Colonel Evans over with the British. Like it was pretty abrupt, and probably doesn't want to say too much over the message, but he needs to go over with the British forces like ASAP. So like he'll inform you when you're over there, but you need to leave right now.
Is it more of the stuff that what we were encountered before? Do you have any idea what it's about? I mean, not that it matters. I'm down to go. I just want to get a little head start.
That's fair. That's fair. It's just like, like your mission here was just like your mission here has been fulfilled, and like honestly speaking, that's all like the only plan you use in like small stuff like that. No offense, because you are a brand new team. This seems like a matter of backup for another one of our teams.
Wait, so then
let's go.
why, or if we're new and you don't have that much confidence in us, why are we going to something that sounds very serious?
Because it seems, well, from what I can deduce, it seems like the other team is in danger. Yes.
It like, are there only two teams? Is it just us?
No. Like we're not a very big organization. We only work with what we can where we can. Yeah, like in terms of like this theater of the war, like we only had maybe 2 full teams, and you're one of them.
All right. I guess.
It's like a secret organization on top of a secret organization, So they don't.
Sure.
So like they have like maybe resources, but they're using another like intelligent group's resources.
All right. So where exactly are we going?
You're gonna be heading back down south. Actually, let me pull up this. Let me first get rid of the grid here so I can just drag and drop this. Let me pull up.
Also, just like real quick out of character, all our shit refilled, right? Because I used up like all my bandages.
Okay.
Okay.
If you like any ammo and like whatever else you use, just put it back to top. I don't care about that.
All right,
Okay.
sweet. I'm so sorry for assuming companionship while we're talking out of character right now. I did not know that Tyler outranked.
I mean, Tyler technically outranks you because he is an ensign, which is like in the officers like branch of ranks. But it's ensign is like an entry level, and also because Tyler is like technically in like the like volunteer women's like branch. It's not like as big of a deal, but also because Tyler's a spy, it is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler's not as experienced a soldier as you are.
Okay,
That's true.
So it's like like a good relationship between like the NCOs and officers is like if a new officer will deter advice to the NCO and so that they can learn from each other. So be friends.
all right, we'll be friends.
All right,
We'll see.
I sounded much more aggressive with the death stare, just like. Okay, but continue on. Sorry for getting us.
drawing shit over here.
That was my fault.
So yeah, okay, I got this.
Is it?
No, it's just a big line. It's nothing.
Oh, I thought that was the thing you were doing. Okay.
Nah, I did that.
Also, the ocean looks like a hamster. The body of water looks like a hamster rubbing its little arms.
Aw.
Well, no, now it kind of looks like a totodile.
Whoops. Okay, so like here's like the updated map because I made this earlier. So like this, you can see like the change of movement here within like the past like 3 days, I think. So yeah, here. So like the blue X is where you guys were earlier, and that's where you guys I guess are at the moment. And so you guys are gonna have to move down south over to like there in the circle. That circle. that's where you're gonna go. So like Amaker's like Colonel Evans is back and is over with the New Zealand Corps down at Topanga Gap, trying to circumvent the Meredith line in order to like attack the Axis forces. They've been like the British have been down at the Meredith line longer than we've been over here. But it was a fruitless battle for a long time until they decided to like go around it and find an entry point. So that's where they are at the moment. So it's gonna you can take a jeep over there and drive across the what is these called, the Shut. That's a dried up riverbed. It'll take a couple hours, but you should be there before nightfall. So, get going.
Mankiller knows that I'm a hyena, right?
Yeah, but like it's probably still not faster than a car.
No, not like that. Not before I do incidental dialogue or something.
We'll get faster if I turn into a hyena.
I can.
You turn into a hyena, but you still just sit in the car.
Just tapping my little hyena foot, just being like, man, I wish I had something to do. I spy something blue. The fucking sky. Alright, continue on.
So, okay, so like, are you guys ready to go then?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like there's much we can do here anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so Manko just like gives a final like, okay, good luck out there and like, keep each other alive.
I'll try.
So, okay, so you guys then, load up in like a jeep or something, and drive down south over to the Topanga Gap across the what's it called, the Shut Effiges. That's the name. That's the name of this shut. It's probably what it says around there in Arabic, but right now, well, like I think it says right there. Shut No, that's a Shut Effiges. Whatever. It's a shut. I think it's technically all like the same like body of quote unquote body of water, but this is just the easternmost end of it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
But yeah, it's just like this flat, dried out like riverbed. And like it's gonna take you like a good 3-4 hours to drive across there. So like you guys are just in a jeep driving across a dried up river, and you gotta pass the time.
Okay. I would like to roll notice for the drive.
Okay, you can roll notice if you want. What?
Let's see. When my notice is a D6. Let's see if I can remember how to roll this. There we go. D6. Roll. 4. I don't remember if that's good or bad.
4 is the success number, so you got a success. And
okay.
Also, you can remember so you can roll your wild die, so you can roll another D6 if you're not satisfied with that.
I mean, I got it. So
again, I know this is just something incidental, so it doesn't matter. But you could always get a 6 and then you can roll again. So.
Oh sure. No, I'm good with 4.
Yeah, sure. This doesn't matter. So okay, what? So you succeed. What do you succeed at? What do you notice?
Well, it's more so notice. Well, I wanted to make sure that there's no. If someone were to like, let's say, see us driving, some enemies will see us driving on the way there. I would want to notice them so they do not get a jump on us.
Okay. Yeah, you don't.
Which
Yeah,
I think I have. I think I have something a danger sense. That's
yeah.
for surprise attack, ambush, or other nasty attack.
Yeah, so that doesn't apply here. It'll apply in a different situation. But like, yeah, you don't.
Okay.
You don't. You don't see any like Germans or Italian forces around you. You're like, you're like, you take a route that's pretty like decently secure behind like the American lines. So
Okay.
like, even like when you like you skirt it, like you, I guess that's what the nose roll is for, is like to make sure that like when you're like skirting close to the enemy lines, you made sure to keep a lookout and like to make sure you don't come too close and see any enemies. So yeah,
Right.
so yeah, it's a safe trip.
Okay. Cool.
Alright.
Let's see here.
Well,
So,
dang,
like-
I was gonna use tracking and make it to like, oh, we put like reeds behind the truck to obscure the tracks or something.
Hey,
You could have done that before I said it was a safe trip.
Exactly.
Oh, good idea.
What is
Okay.
what is it, Rule?
I do want to take. So this is a long trip, right?
Yeah, it's a couple hours. So like again,
Okay.
it's like if I was going to LA.
I want to take. I want to. I guess this is the only way I could. Tell me if I'm doing something wrong, but I want to establish that Miguel's been drinking this whole trip
Oh yeah.
God
Okay.
damn it.
because I want to do the at least 8 ounces because that lasts an hour.
Wait, you want to use
Alright,
liquid
fine.
courage now?
Well, we're about to get into battle. I'm
I mean,
assuming?
you're gonna get into a battle this session, but like it'll probably like pass then. But like you could, like if you want
Because
to,
I guess I don't know how long an hour is in game time. Because it says it lasts an hour.
like an hour, an hour in game times would mean like a decent amount of rounds in a combat. But like outside of combat, like an hour would be like an actual hour.
Okay.
So like you could still be drinking. I don't know if you'd be using your liquid courage. I need to look at like. Does it say like how many times you can do that? Does like can you only do that once a session?
It says the round after a character drinks at least 8 ounces of hard liquor.
I think
is when the effect takes.
Yes, I think the idea there is that like you would take an action one round to like douse all that down, and then the next round you like liquid courage would activate in a combat.
Yeah, that's kind of how. Or if we got into a fight in a bar, you could say that you had been drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I didn't know if I had to establish like, hey, I've been drinking.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you could still be drinking, like because again, it's a long trip.
How about this? I've been drinking.
I've
I
been
drank
drinking.
7 ounces. He's waiting for that last shot.
Yeah. Right.
So he's gonna like fucking
What's he-
Popeye style that last shot.
What's Miguel been
I'm not
drinking?
sure that's how that
Exactly.
What's Miguel been drinking on this trip?
Whatever he's got, man.
Fair enough.
Whatever the fucking.
That's the way to do it. So like again, you just driving through this dried up riverbed. Really nothing to look at because it's a fucking riverbed. It's just flat and rocky.
Who's driving?
Yeah, who is driving?
Not me.
Bear is
I'll tell you that much.
None of you do have like driving, but like it's not like you're driving in like a car chase, so it doesn't matter. Like let's say Remy is driving because he's not talking.
Sure. Okay.
So
he's talking. He's just saying some French bullshit we don't understand.
I mean, I think at least two of you understand, but you just don't care. Okay, but anyway, so like while this trip is happening, like eventually like you start thinking like, hey, what can we do to pass the time? Not okay. I think maybe, do you want to any of you like got like? I'll say like I guess one of you like prompts the idea like Remy. Thank you, Devin, for not being here. So, Remy like gets the idea. It's like, hey, does anyone have a story to tell? To like just not be bored. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Sorry, Devin. I said I don't like to roleplay other people's characters when I'm here. So like so actually what I'm gonna do now is I want you three everyone pick a number between 1 and 3.
Got it.
Okay, tell me what the number is.
Oh. I'll do a solid 3.
Okay, you got 3. Jordan got 2. Tyler, I guess then leaves you with 1.
Sure.
Okay, so let me slash roll 1d3. Okay, 2. So Jordan, you got your number. All right, now let me just go ahead and do this. 8. That's 8 of hearts. So what's hearts mean? Ooh. Okay. So Jordan, you get an idea for a story you want to tell, and
Okay.
you got the idea of telling a story that involves love. I won't tell you what kind of love. So, what is this story?
All right.
Sorry.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah, sorry to put you on the spot here, but I just thought it was
No, I've got something. I'm just making sure I remember every part of the story. All right. Okay. Do any of you all have dogs where you are back home?
I don't have
mean,
they exist, but I don't
Not
have one.
specific. Like, I've had dogs, not where I've grown up with dogs. Let's say.
Okay. Y'all ever heard of the story of what is his name? What is his name? Dang it. Okay.
which dog is this story you telling?
It's about a dog and his owner and the life that they led together. They loved each other. The owner acquired the dog when he was just a boy, only 12 years old, and he had that dog for 20 years.
20 years, says the
Yeah.
omniscient GM.
Wait, what kind of dog was it?
It was a Greek dog. I don't know the breeds that happen in Greece.
Was it like a big one or a small one?
It was a hunting dog.
20 years, huh?
Yeah. The owner and the dog loved each other so much. Even when the owner had to go out to back to war, the dog would just sit there waiting with him with his wife and his child, waiting for him to come back on the porch. He loved that dog so that when it was his final time to pass, he mourned for 2 weeks he mourned for 2 weeks after putting on a funeral for the dog. He even made it its own little burial place and its own tombstone right where he would be burying his family when they'd passed on. It's a type of love people don't think go on. But it does, even back then. They're not just beasts of burden. They can be more than that. That didn't really have a coherent structure, but this is a real thing. I forget the name of it. Like, he built this thing. He intended to build the dog a tomb, but he ended up having to cheap out and just get it a full-on gravestone and bury it with his family. Okay, I told the story wrong, badly, but don't worry about it.
All right. So does Sophion have a dog then? Why is Sophion telling that story?
He read it in a book about Greece.
I mean, he probably also, like, he's a hyena person. He probably also feels some sort of kinship with the dog.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Yeah, that too.
Well, I just I thought
an allegory for his wife. There we go.
Okay.
She didn't love him like people should love dogs.
You don't have to make it. You don't have to make it that if you don't want that to be part of Sophion's story. That's fine.
No. This is just something Sophion read in a book one time and thought he'd share with.
Yeah, that's fine for now. You guys are just passing time. You're not getting super intimate about each other's details at the moment.
All
right. So Jordan, for telling that story, you get a 1 extra Benny this round, this session.
Yeah.
So remember, everyone gets 3 bennies normally. So now Jordan has 4. And
right.
And you can you don't have to do it here because this is not a combat map. But remember, to have something to remind you how many bennies you have at the moment.
Oh, I found what was inscribed on the tombstone. It wasn't 20 years, it was 50 years.
That's fair.
I'm in tears while carrying you to your last resting place as much as I rejoice when bringing you home in my own hands 15 years ago.
Jesus.
Okay.
Let me pull up fucking like that song that played at the end of Futurama.
Yeah.
No, let me not.
I was gonna say, is this just the Futurama story you're telling?
No, like, cause that was the dog didn't. Never mind. That's a sad episode. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you got extra Benny. So for telling that story, and I guess enough time passes now is like then you guys eventually make there. So that right there was an interlude, which is like little moments where like if someone wants to tell like a story, usually like a personal story about your character, but that can work for now. We're not that deep in the game.
Okay.
And like,
I'm glad you said love because I was just gonna say the entire like premise of Brave New World.
So yeah, based on whichever based on whichever like card suit that's drawn from the deck, like that determines what type of story you have to tell. And
All right.
like after that, like if usually if it's like a cool enough story, that's the idea, then I give you a Benny for it. So yeah, keep that in mind in the future, everybody. Like I probably won't. Next time, I probably will have it so that like someone else could go. So Jordan is out of the running because he already told a story. Unless Jordan can like come up with a story more directly about Sophion than just like a cool thing you heard about. But
Okay.
I don't mean to put people totally on the spot, but like if you want to add some, it seems like a neat way to like add some characterization to your characters and then get rewarded for it.
Yeah. No, I'm fine being the test subject on that. It's a good idea, and I'm glad that we're doing that. You all know what to expect for next time. I didn't know it was necessarily about the thing. I thought we were just doing cool character things.
Yeah, but yeah, it's still a cool thing about like Sophion to like tell a story about like about dogs or whatever. It's like that implies what kind of guy he is. So whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, next whenever there's like some natural downtime in the game, like I may pull one of those out on you guys. So keep that in mind.
All
right. So yeah, you guys make it down south to here, where it says you are here now.
Oh, okay.
On the map.
Wait, on the small map or the big map?
On like the map with like the squiggly lines on it. So you've made it to like the New Zealand core base, where all the Kiwis are. And,
I see.
Ignore that.
And like I drew a little New Zealand flag right there, so that's where they are. So let's see, and like if you guys can go ahead and like move your characters down south over here, just like have somewhere else to look. So like,
let me find my character. There we go.
Let's see if this works.
So you pull up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Did I move myself? Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Whoops. It's too big. Oh well. Doesn't matter. It's not a. It's like just move yourself like down where like this purple line is. Please.
Oh. Okay. You're asking a lot here.
I am having trouble selecting my character.
Wait, Ty, it looked like you copy and pasted your character. Oh well.
Man, I'm just.
That's fine. I'll go ahead and move Devin over here. Are you having trouble?
Yeah. How do I do this again?
Like, usually you click on your character and drag him over here. Do you have the like the mouse pointer selected? Because maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm selecting the mouse pointer, but it's not letting me do anything.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go ahead and drag you ahead. You can figure that out. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. So so you pull up and meet with Colonel Evans. He says like, it's great to see you, lads. Come on, hurry. We don't have much time. We don't have much time to waste. and he gathers you up in like his tent or whatever.
All right.
So
Oh, sorry.
What's going on?
okay, so Evans starts up and he says like, okay, well, to get to the main point, I need you for a rescue mission.
Okay.
Let's see. And one of our with the gory details, I was in command of another team down here, conducting another mission. What we called it, Operation Avenging Spirit. Now,
Okay.
Who are we avenging?
I mean, it's a code name. No,
Oh,
it
okay.
doesn't mean anything. Well, actually, anyway. But on that point, how many are you familiar with classical literature, like Roman literature?
I've read
not
what I
according
could
to my
find.
stat sheet. No.
This is me out of character. If I have a high history, would I be?
Yeah, you can make a history check just to see.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
let me go
goodness.
ahead. Let me go ahead and do that. Hold on, let me just give me one quick second. Everything is going up. Okay. Okay. So I'm a D8, I think.
Yeah, so roll a d8.
Let me just double check that real quick.
So, Jordan, I'm gonna move you away from this line a bit, just because it's
Yeah.
Everywhere.
aesthetically unpleasing.
History is a D8. Plus nothing. Okay. So I roll a D8 and then a D6, right?
Yeah, you roll the d8 and see if that succeeds, and then roll d6 and see if that succeeds.
Okay.
Okay, what'd you get?
That's a
You
2.
got 2. Okay, that didn't succeed. Tried the d6. That also didn't
Alright,
succeed.
well, Roland just drawing blanks here.
Okay, so like Miguel, I don't know
what's a Roman?
like Miguel. I mean, again, Miguel, like I don't know what exactly like your life in its totality has been, but at least at this moment, like Roman literature is drawing a blank.
Well, I mean, his memory comes and goes. So.
Yeah, exactly, because like there's so many of them,
Yeah.
So it's well, you don't need. It's not super important. That's why we had this expert with us to handle it, but now she's been captured, and that's why you're here. But anyway, Operation Avenging Spirits. Let's see. We got word that the Italian black shirts that were snooping around North Africa for some sort of ancient artifact. This is, and like normally, like this is no, this sounds like some King Tut stuff. That's like just grave robber stuff. Doesn't concern us too much, but we're the Office of Special Investigations. There's something special here to investigate.
I'm listening.
So the black shirts. Started. What's so funny?
I did a history check to see if I knew what King Tut was, and I got a 7.
Yeah, it's like
So-
you read about him in the
Miguel-
fucking newspapers.
So Miguel like really perks up when he hears King Tut. Like, I know that one. Like Captain America and Avengers, like I understood that one. I'm sorry. Continue.
So the black shirts like launched a expedition led by one. I really wish Devin was here right now because we're gonna go into some of the history shit that I have to tell him later. Launched by one Console Giacomo Scipione, and like I'm assuming he has like some sort of like do they have what's the name of those things? Projectors? Yeah. He has some sort of projectors. Where he's
Like
doing,
a slide projector.
he's doing like a slideshow right now. He shows you a picture of Scipione, and he's like this middle-aged Italian dude, like in like full black shirt uniform and
An Adidas tracksuit.
Ugh.
like I didn't really think of like an actor or anything that he looks like, but it's like he's like kind of like a middle-aged Italian dude, like kind of I don't know if you could tell that he looks short in this picture, but he probably is because Italians generally are short, and he's got like actually like, kind of like I'll just say just because he's on my brain right now, Michael Shannon. Like think like a more Italian-looking Michael Shannon.
Okay.
I was defaulting to Vinny Caravella.
Okay, he does not look like Vinny Caravello.
All right.
Just dad ass Vinny Caravella.
No, angry ass looking Michael Shannon. But
So Michael Shannon.
yeah,
He has no other look.
so Scipione, was a veteran of the First World War, fought with the elite Arditi unit, and then after that he made something of himself he made himself into something of an archaeologist. Some say he's Mussolini's answer to some say he's Mussolini's answer to T.E. Lawrence, and Mussolini being the big fanatic of the Roman Empire that he is, utilize his services to find Roman artifacts and pieces of Roman history to, glorify his regime and make connections that can justify him, and find the odd artifact power or two. And that's where we come in. Scipione has been leading this expedition with to find something, to find what is what's known as the sword of Aeneas. Now Aeneas, because none of you succeeded your history roll, you don't know who Aeneas is.
Excuse me, I got a 7 on King Tut.
Yeah, you know who King Tut is. If we were in Egypt, that would help. Aeneas is the mythical progenitor of the Roman civilization. He was a survivor of the Trojan War, and according to the works of who wrote the Aeneid? Was it Virgil? This is why I wish Devin was here. Aeneid. Yeah, Virgil. Now, according to Virgil's work, the Aeneid, before he came to Italy, Aeneas has stopped in Carthage, which was in here, Tunisia. And long story short, he fell in love with the Carthaginian queen Dido, but then had to leave because his destiny was in Italy. And the heartbroken Dido committed suicide by impaling herself with her sword. That's the tale.
Sad.
Yes, it's quite the tragedy. But
I wish I would
How
have had a
come
better
we're getting
story
the
about
sword?
dogs.
That's where again why we're doing something about this. Now normally this would just be another relic hunt. We wouldn't bother to interfere, but Scipione has gotten assistance from a detachment from the SS, and we have reason to believe it is the SS detachment that we are at odds with.
Okay.
We got it. We've gotten pictures of, and you pulls up the next slide, and and you see a German officer now wearing an SS uniform, and he's again, I don't really got any distinct idea, but I imagine kind of weirdly ruggedly handsome, not you think of what's in your brain, a Nazi officer. It's probably some high uptight looking guy. This guy just like looks like kind of like rugged and like tough in a way that you don't usually associate. And he actually has like a bit of a he has like a decent beard, not a huge beard, but it is like full.
Mm-hmm.
So he's George Clooney, but Nazi.
I don't want to think about that, but like,
Never mind.
but
So he's Hugh Jackman, but Nazi.
stop naming decent people and saying but Nazi.
He's Hugh Jackman in a Nazi role.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like, yeah, he's got like a still pretty neatly put together, but still bigger than you're not used to seeing beard on like Nazis, and so this man
Is that a thing Nazis are allowed to do? That seems like something they would not be allowed to have.
I feel like
I would assume like military in general.
yeah, it depends on the country because like actually I read a little bit like I know like in the U.S. Army I think they like straight up did not allow people to have beards, like you had to always shave.
No.
And the British
Yeah.
and with the British like I think they allowed some amount of like facial hair because you always see officers with fucking mustaches all the time.
Oh yeah.
like Evans here with this picture of Walter Tull.
Okay. Fair enough.
But like so like in this case like I understand like again it is still like neat and trimmed a bit to keep up appearances. So like but again like there can if it's a creative license, it's a creative license I'm willing to take because I got an idea of what he looks like.
All right, that's fair. Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah,
Sorry.
not a huge beard, but still like a pretty like trimmed, full beard. So, this man here, we've identified as one Hauptsturmführer Armin Hermann, and he is, and Hauptsturmführer is, for those who aren't aware, is the SS equivalent of a captain. So Captain Hermann here, like, has been attached with his own unit of SS troops to assist Scipione in his expedition.
Mm-hmm.
And there's reason to suspect what's so important about this expedition that the SS would get directly involved instead of just letting Mussolini live out his fantasies of claiming lost Roman treasure.
Is there something that we don't know about this?
Well, that's the thing. It is an object of legend, and like I personally haven't known the details. That is the agent you're here to rescue. Like info to give. Fortunately, she wasn't able to turn in a report when she got captured. So he pulls up the next slide, and he says, so this is why you are here. You're meant to capture our agent here. Her name is Dr. What's her name? Her name is Dr. Kahina Hanachi, and he pulls up, and it is like of a of a woman, and like you could tell like she is like a North African woman. She's a native here of Tunisia. She looks like Sofia Boutella. You guys know who Sofia Boutella is? From
I will in a moment. Hold on.
From the Mummy, the new Mummy, the one with Tom Cruise, and the third Star Trek movie.
Third Star Trek movie.
The good one. Hot take.
Who was she in the third Star Trek?
She was
movie?
the lady that was painted up in white and shit, and like so. Yeah.
She's the alien chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway, so yes, Dr. Hanachi here is something of an adventurer of herself long before she became involved with us. In fact, I believe she herself also has a history with something of a rivalry with Scipione, and that's why she was eager to assist us. But we recruited her with this to gather up the clues and such in order to find the location of this sword. And one thing led to another, and like basically she had one half of the clues, and Scipione had the other. So they kind of been both at odds, and they recently we sent her with a team to attack Scipione and recover the other half of the clues. But this battle here at the Merit Line has been much more prolonged than we anticipated, and unfortunately, like most of our team was killed or wounded, and she herself was captured. But we did get a scout report from the Long Range Desert Group that believed that they saw a civilian woman being escorted up to this point, up to a place that we have now identified. We have now designated Point 209, which is a hill somewhere from here. Now Point 209 just seems like and aside from its strategic value, it's a relatively innocuous-looking hill. There's no structures or anything on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is heavily guarded because of its position from where our boys are coming in. So, based on the intel from the Long Range Desert Group, for whatever reason that they would bring her there, I've deduced that it's possible that there is a bunker structure built into the hill, not on top of it, that she's being held on. So, if your mission then is to rescue Dr. Hinachi, and basically become her new team, because her previous team has unfortunately been indisposed. Yeah, God rest their souls.
So, clarify for me again, what is it that this sword does?
I'm not certain, but because now that was the doctor's expertise. But from what she was able to told me, and what we've been able to deduce from what we gathered, it seems to be some sort of object of great power that grants people power, and that's probably what the SS is really interested in.
So magic, got it. Okay.
Yes, of course, magic. With the bloody OSI. What do you think we're dealing with here? Spacemen?
All these powers in Europe, they come to Africa to get our riches, sometimes lead us to better places. What truly lies here?
You cut out for a second when you're making that profound statement. So, okay, y'all come and take your riches
and sometimes bring us forward, but they'll never know what actually happens down here. I don't know. That was better the first time. Just keep going.
Yes, that's quite. I don't know what's the good word here to say, because I don't want him to come off as like a dickbag imperialist. Because he's understanding of that statement. I mean, again, he's a black guy. He gets it. He's a black. Okay.
Wait, Mankiller's black? I thought he was a Native American.
No, Mankiller is Cherokee. We're talking to Evans.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Evans says like the 1940s equivalent of word.
Evans is black and Welsh. I forgot. I guess that didn't come up, but we can find out later. He's a black Welshman, and I'm sorry that I don't quite do a Welsh accent because I don't know how to do one.
Miguel says the 1940s version of Straight Fire.
Cat's pajamas.
It's lit. Anyway,
the cat's meow, whatever the fuck. Wow, the 40s is
burn us to the heavens.
Actually, while I'm on the idea of actors and shit, roll who two guys who I actually have been imagining what Mankiller and Evans look like are. Evans, do you remember Holy Wayne from The Leftovers?
Uh-huh.
He looks like that guy.
Okay.
I know that guy mainly from Peep Show. And
God, holy Wayne.
and Mankiller looks like what's that guy? It's like Zon McLaren. That's his name from Westworld.
He was who?
Like he was like the leader of the Ghost Nation or whatever. Like the
You know what's funny is, wasn't my actor in Westworld too? He was. Yeah, he was. That's wild. All right,
Cool.
continue.
So that's your mission. Head up that hill, rescue the doctor, and
Huh.
resume her mission with her.
Got it. Let's do this.
Yes. Well, at point 209. Oh, you're gonna say something?
Where do we start?
Oh, that's where we're gonna get to. Point 209 is heavily defended by the Germans. They got machine gun nests, mortars, the works. So the New Zealand Corps was going to take it anyway. So you will have quite the backup on this. In fact, I mean, I guess if you guys were here talking all the time, I don't know if he can like signal for someone to come in, but I guess like he leads you out of the tent to like go find somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I've already arranged for you to be heading up there with a platoon. Now these men are some of the best men in the. These men are the best men in New Zealand, if not the entire empire. So you should have plenty of assistance. There's one of them now, Sergeant, and like a soldier comes up, and it's it is like I say he's like 30s. I'll just say 30s. Keep early 30s, mid 30s. Looking man. He's tan, has black hair, and he has tattoos on his face. So the sergeant walks up and says, "What? Yes, sir. Is there anything you need me for?" And Colonel Evans says, like, Sergeant, what's his name? Sergeant Parata, this is my special team, and your platoon has been like ordered to watch their backs. It's like, and Sergeant's like, "Oh yes, I've heard about that. Nice to meet you, lot. My name's Sergeant Hanai Parata, 28th Maori Battalion."
Sup?
Daggone, they got a Polynesian person to Africa in the 40s. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, okay, let me drag and drop actually another picture. Like, Parata looks like kind of like this. This is like the cleanest like stock photo ass looking picture of someone with Tomoko I could find, because like other ones are a bit more like, okay, this guy's wearing like a t-shirt, this guy is wearing like a suit.
All right.
So like, okay, anyone else got anything to say?
Crap. No, I was just gonna ask if you really got us a Polynesian dude all the way to Africa for this, and then you're right. I was like, where's he going with this? Either you going for some like African like tribal thing. Matt, I didn't know where you were going.
I did say you're with the New Zealand Corps, so.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so these are New Zealanders. Again, Evans is Welsh, but you're with everyone else here is probably from New Zealand.
Okay.
Oh.
So it seems that our cowboys are going to be going to be watching your backs now, eh?
Is he talking to me, or who is he
He's
talking?
talking to you guys in general.
Pretty much, we'll make sure that we're able to find this magic sword that I'm very
Don't
interested
say that
in.
part.
They
Well,
don't need
okay.
to know that part. Why don't you just tell him I'm a hyena too?
Yo,
Okay, so
this
hold on.
dude's
Hold on, let's take a step back. How am I supposed to like knows about the magic shit that we're into?
Well, okay, like basically, like rule of thumb is basically like unless like your superiors, like unless Evans or Mankiller like directly says like these guys are cool, don't assume that they're cool.
It's fine.
What?
Okay. I assume that because we're all in a double secret society trying to do stuff that we all understand that magic shit is happening. I guess that's my fault.
We're in a triple secret society.
Are there only a double secret? Okay, that makes sense.
We live in a triple secret society.
God damn it. Okay.
I don't know what that means. We can go on.
Die. Okay. Wait, sorry. What did they say? Nice. Sorry.
We are the Enigma machine.
He just said something along the lines of like my cowboys are here to like watch your backs.
I mean, we are. This guy's been drinking for the past Lord knows how long, so we'll see how that turns out. But otherwise, yeah, we're good to go.
Don't worry, we'll make sure he sobers up. Anything could happen.
Sorry, what? Y'all talk about me?
Yeah, like this seems like.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Y'all talking shit?
We'll get him coffee.
Well, we're gonna be in for a bit of a fight going up this hill, so best to have your wits about you. Eh?
Oh, I'm fine. Believe me, I'm fine.
He wasn't driving. Don't worry.
He's just like if you say so. We won't be doing much driving though. Maybe a bit to get over there, but it's gonna be a bit of a tramp. Sorry, that's a hike for you non-Kiwis.
When do we leave?
Next morning.
Okay.
Is there anything we should know about the environment that hasn't already been established?
It's a hill. Gotta hike up a hill.
Okay. Hiking up a hill. Alright.
It's not a mountain, but it's elevated.
Alright. Is there anything I want to say? No, there is not. Referring to everybody else.
I'm good.
And I guess like okay, Sergeant Parada then like looks back at Evans is like, sorry you had to grab me, sir. Like I knew you probably wanted to get the lieutenant to address the lieutenant to like get the consent of the rest of the whole platoon. He's a bit busy right now with the boys. Yeah, and you know what we got to do. You know what we got to do before a big battle. And like Evans says something like that's quite fine. That's quite fine, Sergeant. Evans basically seems like okay. You guys get your mission, and you can might as well get yourself the rest of you understand your mission now. Would you like? I'll leave you to be acquainted with the 28th. And Evans then takes his leave, and the sergeant salutes, and I guess the sergeant then turns back towards he's like, now, have you like fought alongside or been around Maori before?
Repeat that.
Sorry, doing my Tamar Morrison impression. So have you fought alongside or been around Maori before?
Never seen one.
Okay.
I'm glad you're my first.
Okay. If when you say that though, like then Parazza is actually kind of like awkward. Like, I'm Sean for sure, I guess. But and I was going to say, if you haven't been around. If you haven't been with us before, like, might want to show you something. Come here.
All right. I've made my way all around Europe and all through Africa, but never myself made my way to the Pacific.
Who'd you serve with before this? The French Foreign
I
Legion.
was in Okay, I was with the French Foreign Legion all this time. I've been with them for like, wasn't it like 9 years or something? I forget.
So you must have been over then, huh? Where
Yeah,
where
they've sent me far up north.
you've been in Norway, like
Mhm.
West and East Africa.
Yeah.
You've been in Norway, all over Africa and such.
I've seen snow. You don't get to do that much down here in Africa,
No,
especially in Algeria.
well, I haven't seen snow yet, but yeah, like seems like you've seen plenty of action. I've been in this war since Greece, which was I think a year, if not 2 years ago from this point, like the early part of the war. And I did my fair like amount of fighting in Africa as well. Were you at El Alamein?
Was I that shit?
I think you were. Like if you like, I could say like the western desert, like Egypt and Syria and Libya and all of that in general. If I don't need to be that specific, basically like it's probably something you were there too.
If it happened in the northern half of Africa, probably saw.
Okay, yeah, really tough fight that was, right?
Yes. Sorry. Shit.
All right. Anyway, let me introduce you to the rest of the cowboys. And he leads you over to somewhere. And let's see here. I'm gonna post the link here in the Discord. Whoops, let me drag the Discord out of the frame of OBS. So I'll post this in the Weird War 2 chat. Oops. Oh, why am I get? Oh, that's because I've got a different account. That's why. Okay, and so it leads over to where like all the other Maori soldiers are, at least in his platoon, and you can see that they're getting ready and starting to perform like it's like some sort of like war dance, and like I'll play and say it's a haka. You guys know what a haka is, right? Out of character.
No.
You don't know what haka is? It's like the Maori like dancing and shouting that they do like you see it happens at a lot of sports games and shit.
Okay, yeah.
It was in the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, that's Samoan.
Okay, yeah.
Samoans have their own version of it. But yeah, there's like a bunch of these, Maori soldiers doing this dance and leading. I guess what appears, yeah, like the front who seems to be leading the haka is like this young, like can't be older than 25, tall and handsome looking guy. And once it starts to like wrap up, and they're all hooting and hollering and stuff. Let's see here. He steps up and says he steps up to like the sergeant and he says like, so what did he say? I don't know. Gosh seems a bit bashful, but I don't know. I'll just run with it. Gosh, Inari, didn't think you would want to miss out on a haka. And Sergeant Hanari Prata, that's his first name, Hanari, like speaks up and says like, I'm so I let you down, Mo, but I had some business to attend to with the superior. This is the special team that's going to be with us. And Mo turns to go. My apologies. Where are my manners then? Second Lieutenant Wana Nui Akiwa Narimo. But you could just call me Mo if that's too long for you. And let me drag and drop here. This is Narimo. Wait, that's not him. There we go.
Look at that baby faced motherfucker.
Yeah, I told you he's handsome.
Where did you post it? Where are you seeing?
It's on the map. It just dragged and dropped it onto the map.
Yeah, he's moving them around.
Oh, okay.
And just resizing it a bit. There we go.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
So again, Lieutenant Narmo, like Narumu, like speaks up again and says like, okay, but my boys can watch your backs as long as you watch ours. We're on it together, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's get acquainted. Let's get acquainted with the section that's going to be helping you. See, and like motion towards is like like he can motion towards like a guy with like a grumpy face, and he says like,
Oh god.
This here is Corporal Nata. His section will be the main one that's going to be like assisting you, and Nata says like Nata says with like a still that same grumpy expression says like something along the lines of but pleasure to meet you. And here's Nata. And Sergeant Parata anyway, says something along like don't let him disturb you too much. That's just what his face looks like.
Nice.
And Nata then speaks up. Is like, I heard that, Inari, and I may not be as handsome as you two, but never mind. I gotta throw that line up. I thought that line sucks. Like basically, like, I only look this grumpy when I'm around this fool over here, and he motions towards a guy with has like a goofy grin. I guess that's like he said, and the lieutenant keeps speaking up. He's like, don't leave Private Mahana alone. He's just fine. He's an all right lad. Ain't you, Mahana? And Mahana is just like, oh yeah, sure, sir, yeah. And this is Mahana. And then let's see, last but not least, second, Narmu introduces like, and last here we got the ever joyful and what's the word? And what's a way like saying another way of saying like tons of fun, always like fun to be around. Basically,
Upbeat.
Yeah, basically something like that. Upbeat, let's see what's the name here again. All these Maori names. So, Lance Corporal Harawira. Like, how you feeling today, Harawira? And Harawira just gives a dead stare.
Oh.
So, and the rest, a bunch of other guys who don't have fucking pictures and names. So that's the section. Are we gonna do good? Are we gonna do good tomorrow, lads? And they all say something that's like, yeah, damn right we are.
Hell yeah!
So I guess that's the end of that scene. Anyone got a way to close it out?
Well, hold on. Sorry, I don't. Wait, before we go back, my question was going to be, so what is the plan of attack for getting into this bunker? I don't know if that's something we can do. We could do that in the next scene hypothetically, but I feel like we should know what's going to happen.
Totally. You see, the 28th, the Cowboys specifically. That's the name of the specific unit of them. The Cowboys are gonna go on a head-on assault up this hill, but they should be take the brunt of the fighting. There's no real way to subvert it because it is just a hill. There's no way around it. You got to get up a hill. So you guys are gonna be fighting alongside them, but basically they'll do to help you fight up into the hill, and once you get into the bunker, that's where you guys will take over and get in that bunker.
Got it. Okay.
So okay. So I guess like Lieutenant Narmo says something like yeah, I say that fucking a lot. something like it's one of those things like it's a verbal tick. You notice when you listen to like podcasts or actual plays you catch on to,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
there's like one dude whose actual plays I used to watch all the time. I haven't recently just because he hasn't made one in a while. But he would always say at any rate at the end of like a beat. Like, it's like
funny.
he always says at any rate, blah blah blah. Anyway, like that right there.
Mhm.
Lieutenant Narmo says like, well, we got that haka over with, so our spirits are in order. So we gotta get the what rest we can today, and then it's gonna be quite the march tomorrow. Right, boys? And they all said, yeah. And so I guess he addresses you like, so we'll help it. So we'll see. I guess we'll see you tomorrow morning then.
Indeed, hope to a successful mission or something. I don't know. Yes, let's rest. We will rest our spirits also, so that we can join you in battle. I say awkwardly because I'm not sure what to say.
Yeah, choice. That's two New Zealandisms that I just dropped right there specifically.
Cool.
I don't even know if I'm doing a New Zealand accent anymore because for the first guy, Karatza, I was just trying to do it. I trying to like grasp my Tamar Morrison impression, but I haven't differentiated with everyone else. But whatever.
All right. I don't know. Use some Hawaiian pidgin, and I might understand. But I don't know much
okay,
about.
brother. I don't know if Maori say brother, so like Hawaiians do. So that's why I'm not crossing lines like that.
All right. I just know that like half of my brother's vocabulary was changed by living in.
Yeah. You know what's an interesting?
Well, not half. Gone.
Yeah. You know what's like an interesting thing that's become like a pan like Polynesian thing is like the hang loose, because like it's that like because like the hang loose started as like a surfer thing, and it's a surfer thing in Hawaii. So then then Hawaii people in Hawaii in general did it. So that means like Hawaiians, and then like that went back on to like now Polynesians in general do it. So like Samoans and Maori do it too, and then I guess it went from Maori people doing it to now just New Zealanders in general doing it, because I know it's like Jay White does it all the time. Anyway, I guess like that's the end of the scene. Everyone like gets ready and takes the rest that they need for this next thing.
Mm-hmm. No, I do at the very least.
I'm still drinking.
You're fucking. You're
There's not much left for you.
You're pre-gaming this battle.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna sober up at some point.
Yeah. Remy's probably cocking up some sort of gadget that might become handy later. Someone sneeze. So, okay. So I guess we could skip ahead then to the following day for this assault now on .209.
Before we get into that, I just want to say one thing. If you go to Hawaii, Lolo is what is the pidgin term for idiots. So you will just find people like getting in fights in the street, just each other lolo. And I just think that's real funny. Just doing lol in real life, and it just okay, go on. I just wanted to say my pigeon thing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Let me just go ahead now move to the next map. Let's see. So you guys want to look all the way over to the far left here. So it's the following day. It is now March 26th, 1943. I guess like that's another link here in the chat for you to listen to. Like, you know, you guys are like marching alongside the Maori soldiers, and you know they're singing like their march song. Let's see here. And like, you know, you can stop this video as soon as like the marching song is over.
Alright.
Yeah. So, and again, like, this is like a full-on battle. Like, there's gunfire and smoke everywhere, and you guys see like this hill approaching, and like, yeah, it is just straight up like a steep hill going up. It's not a giant hill. It's not a mountain or anything, but it's still, you know, it's still tall enough to, like, you know, it's not going to be just a couple of steps up and you're up and over, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the Germans have like machine guns and other stuff like set up on it.
Okay. So for our plan of getting up there, do we have one? Was that established, or do we
Okay.
now?
Lieutenant,
Because if we just
Lieutenant says the plan to get up the hill is to tramp up the bloody hill.
well, all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing with it. It's a good thing with the tough SSOBs out of Aotearoa. I think that's how you pronounce New Zealand in Maori.
So sorry, I might have missed this. So there are machine gun nests. Those are machine gun nests that I'm looking at.
Yeah, over there. Yeah,
Okay.
if you scroll to the right a bit, yeah, you can see some machine gun nests, like with those
Yeah,
orange
okay.
lines.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
See, Devin might join in. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just wait. Where Devin message? Is that in general or okay? That's in general.
Oh shit!
Is Rumi joining?
The clutch of this team is joining.
Well, we'll see. Well, he's just asking so far. So like again, van for a bit while I talk and text to Devin.
Do.
And again, he'll
Let's
need a bit of a
see.
recap.
Let's see. Who has a high like smart ability?
I think I do. Check.
Because I have a D10.
Smart?
I have a
D8.
D8.
Okay, I got a D10. I was gonna see about using Notice, which I have a D8 in, and like seeing if there's like a path up the hill that we should go towards.
And there's a lot of machine guns, dude. I don't know if there's going to be any like
You could try.
crevices to hide in.
You could like again, like if you want to like make a notice roll, if you could try. I'll say do it with if you're gonna do it, probably do it with like a -2, with a -2, because like, you know, this is like in the middle of battle. There's gunfire and smoke everywhere. You know, it's hard to focus. If you're gonna do it, you could just choose. You can choose not to if you not confident in it, but.
Well, we're not noticing a way through there because I rolled a 4.
Oh, 4's a success.
Oh, okay. So do we have a path for it that we can go up to? We'll still obviously have to fight the Germans in the way.
You could you also can roll your wild die if you want. Also, you got a D8 and notice.
Yeah, I got 1d8 and Notice.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Can I also go ahead and roll Notice?
Well, he's already got a good one so far. So like let me roll your wild die. Roll your wild die, Jordan.
What's my wild die? Is that a D6 or
D6?
All right.
Aotearoa. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's a Maori word name for New Zealand.
5.
Okay, that's also good. They're both the same result. Oh wait, no, 5 minus 2.
So 3.
Okay, so
3.
the first one succeeded. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you notice like there's a little bit. There is one like path with that looks like it has like a bit less resistance. There's a bit less soldiers in the way over there. So like you could point out like, hey, if we're gonna march up anywhere, we should maybe march up that way. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So do you say that basically?
I say I see a path. Take the winding I don't know.
Can we determine what this path is on the map?
Yeah.
I'll just say it's like not specific. It's just like like it's gonna give you a bonus or something. I'll tell you that in a bit.
Okay.
I see a path. Stay on that if you want to live.
Right. And Lieutenant Naramo also says like, okay, hey, not Lieutenant Naramo says like, good eye, Sergeant. You heard him, cowboys. Follow that path. And also, I'm gonna drag and drop this card onto you, Jordan, just so you have this card. So it's not on the deck anymore.
All right.
So.
Hey, by the way,
yeah,
it says I can draw cards too.
Yeah, like you can draw cards too, but like in general, like if as long as you don't screw it up, like you can
like it's physically letting me draw cards.
Yeah, like
okay.
If you want,
I don't know.
If you want to draw your own cards, you can do that. Just don't screw it up. But like,
no, the reason I say that is because I don't know if there's something screwy happening on my end or your end, but it's like I can't move my character, but I can draw cards.
Yeah, it's like anyone can draw cards. Wait, you still can't move your character? Can you try dragging in your character right now?
It's just doing like a highlight thing.
Are you sure you got the mouse selector selected? It's at the top of the toolbar.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you have it selected on select move or pan view?
Select move.
And you can't move your guy.
Nope.
That's weird. Okay,
Sorry.
I can move your guy here. See? Yeah. I see. Like, you're pinging right now. I think is that you pinging?
I'm orange.
Yeah. See, I see like an orange ping right now. It's just click. Don't hold down.
Nope.
That is fucking weird. But okay, well, like I can move your guy for you if you want.
Okay.
But, so like you notice that there's like a path there that like might be better to try and hike up. Okay, good. Devin's coming in. Okay, so like actually while Devin's coming in, I'm gonna take this moment to take a pee break, and if Devin comes in, you guys can recap him.
Okay.
Alright.
And I can recap anything else you want to recap.
Okay. I'm gonna go pee as well.
Hello, okay.